But then there are also other aspects of artificial intelligence. One of them is computer vision, machine learning. So my personal bet is on a computer vision. Right now, we already have technologies that allows you to use computer vision for early disease detection plans. We already have technologies based on computer vision that help you to analyze the animal behavior. And those type of innovations, they're going to be super useful for farmers because that's a predictive type of solutions and that will advise farmers on how to take an early action on some of the potential problems. So the immediate benefit of AI would lie within the computer vision stuff.
Apply to your question about AI, the interesting things is portions of AI have been around for some time, but it's really getting the news the last few years. When you opened, you actually used the term agriculture intelligence and artificial intelligence. And I thought that was interesting because, you know, as we're talking to some of the larger growers that we're starting to deploy with, they've always made it very clear that it's got to provide some type of actionable intelligence too. So really artificial intelligence is, you know, the ability to gather this data in a way that actually is going to be actionable, but can do it much faster than if we had to go back into our spreadsheets or create diagrams or create different ways to look at data and information that's flowing to create something that's truly actionable, to be able to do something with it. And you know, we now have the compute power to do it much faster and in different directions that we've never done before.
There's been a lot of talk on AI lately, and I note that in Canada, our new government under Prime Minister Carney has actually appointed a minister with a full portfolio dedicated to artificial intelligence, and that is an indication of I think the significant promise and interest that has. And so I'm wondering how you feel that AI fits in the ag tech landscape, and maybe you can go on to talk about some of the other areas as well.
Sure. It's, I mean, that's a timely question because we've just recently undertaken a research project looking at AI in clean tech more generally, not just ag tech and food tech, but clean tech more generally. People can go to our website at cleantech group and check that out. But what we found was agriculture and food, which is just one industry group we look at. We also look at energy and power. We look at materials and chemicals, transport and logistics, a few other areas. But within agriculture and food, that is where the most venture investment has flowed to AI-powered innovation of all those industry groups. That kind of, I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because of all the industries that we look at, agriculture and food is the one that traditionally is the most manual, right? It's the one that is most reliant, or traditionally has been most reliant on manual labor. We know that agricultural workforce, the human agricultural workforce, is shrinking globally. In fact, the only places in the world where the agricultural workforce is growing are the very poorest countries on earth. Everywhere else, lower middle income countries, fewer and fewer people are going to work in agriculture, even though the population is continuing to grow and the demand for food is continuing to grow.